hell is even that?
If you think woke ideology doesn't have real-life consequences, think again. Take this school teacher, for example, who claims transphobia as his reason for skipping work, before going on to assault a group of people.
I'm currently out on sick leave owing to injury in performance of job-related tasks in the workplace caused by classroom transphobia and homophobia.
You touch me with that, you're fucking dead.
Yes, my name is Henry Gardner, and I work at the trunk store on Post Road.
Hit me with that, you're dead.
Guy out here threatening my life. He's got a piece of wood trying to hit me, and he's trying to tear my signs up. I'm at 1565 Post Road.
Happy Pride. You're going to jail, bud. Happy Pride. You're going to fucking jail.
Now, I'd honestly let him stay home because our children deserve way better than that. And if he's what an educator looks like, then there's really no saving our schooling system. Next up is yet another example of how we're failing our children. Take a watch.
My name is Morgan, and this is my voice pre-testosterone. My name is Morgan, and this is my voice 1 week on testosterone. My name is Morgan, and this is my voice 1 month and 1 day on testosterone. My name is Morgan, and this is my voice 2 months on testosterone. My name is Morgan, and this is my voice 3 months on testosterone. My name is Morgan, and this is my voice 5 months on testosterone. My name is Morgan, and this is my voice a little over 7 months on testosterone. My name is Morgan, and this is my voice 1 year on testosterone.
I don't like the sound of this one.
Now, sadly, I still don't think that sounds like a man's voice. And I hope those parents realise just how young she was when they let her make this life-altering decision. But next up is one voice you won't want to hear too much of. See if you can sit through this next group of particularly agitated liberals.
God is gay! 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 God is gay!
150,000 people die every single year. Hey, God's not gonna be mocked. God is not gonna be mocked, okay? You gotta repent and believe the gospel. You see, God died for you. God is not an enemy. He's not your enemy. He's not your enemy. God is not your enemy. God loves you. God loves you. God loves you. God loves you. And you can be set free from that demon that's inside of you. I know you think you have to do this, but you don't have to do this. Just come home. Come home to God, okay? Come home. Come back. Come back.
God is gay!
Calm down.
God is gay! God is gay!
Please stop.
God is gay!
Listen, bro.
God is gay!
It's just you,
God
man.
is gay!
Hey, it's just you, bro.
God is
Listen,
gay!
listen,
God is gay!
listen,
God is
listen.
gay!
Whatever's inside of you, bro,
God
you
is
can
gay!
start living.
Waste of time.
Now, besides the apparent demonic possession, anyone who can scream endlessly like this has some serious issues weighing on their minds. Just goes to show what happens when people are sheltered and coddled their entire life. Speaking of which, see if you agree with the decision this school in Scotland took regarding one of their pupils.
How would you fancy an animal for a classmate? A school pupil in Scotland has been allowed to officially identify as a wolf. The student is said to suffer from species dysphoria, where someone claims their body belongs to a different species. The local authority claimed the student is part of a group of furries and identifies with an animal persona. The existence of species dysphoria is contested, but teachers are said to be supporting the pupil.
Now, I really hoped this was satire because our species is truly toast if this is the insanity we're condoning these days. And whenever we're on the subject of animals, don't forget this bioethicist who wanted to make people allergic to meat.
So I'll give 2 examples. So one is that people eat too much meat, right? And if they were to cut down on their consumption of meat, then they would it would actually really help the planet. But people are not willing to give up meat. Yeah, you know, some people will be willing to, but other people, they may be willing to, but they have a weakness of will. They say, wow, this steak is just too juicy. I can't do it. I'm one of those, by the way. So, you know, but so here's the thought, right? So it turns out that we know a lot about, we have these intolerance to, for example, I have milk intolerance. And some people are intolerant to crayfish. So possibly we can use human engineering to make it the case that we're intolerant to certain kinds of meat, to certain kinds of bovine proteins. And there's actually analogs of this in life. There's this thing called the long star tick, where if it bites you, you'll become allergic to meat. I can sort of describe the mechanism. So that's something that we can do through human engineering. We can kind of possibly address really big world problems through human engineering.
What the are you talking about?
The only intolerances people should have are for stupid ideas like this. I don't think this would ever happen, but it's stuff like this that makes you want to move into the woods where no one can find you. Speaking of meat, this piggy reminds us that people are actually out there trying to normalize mental illness. I got to say, I'm ashamed to be part of the same species as her.
You can't be serious.
Just imagine being the landlord and seeing your tenant doing this to your property, although somehow even dressed as a pig. This person seems more intelligent than our next girl, who tries to interject gender ideology into a simple and fun Halloween costume.
Grandparents, extended family members, teachers, people who work with kids, okay? As you experience the world this Halloween. Halloween is a great time to explore gender, and there's a lot of gender play on Halloween. Witches and warlocks, princes and princesses, ghouls and goblins come in all genders, and we can't tell someone's gender just by looking at them. John, I know you usually go by he, him, but since you're dressed as a witch tonight, do those words still feel right for you right now?
It's not that difficult.
Meanwhile, I present to you the consequences of not following such gender ideology.
Teacher has been sent to prison after a row over his refusal to use gender-neutral pronouns for a transgender student. A court order told him to stay away from the school after he was suspended. However, he failed to do so and was arrested.
Ma'am, you have to calm down. I have PTSD. I'm going to protest this in court, and you're telling me that you singled me out. That's what you're telling me, right? And then everyone was going at the same pace, right? I drive on that road at 30 miles an hour all the time. Are you going to listen to me, or yes, I will listen to you, and you're not going to let me go, even though I'm a county legislator. And I always do everything right, and I follow the law, and I was at the same pace as every other car.
Ma'am, you're going to let me explain this to you here?
Yes, but I am also going to record our conversation.
Okay, it's being recorded. We have video right here, and the whole conversation is being recorded here, too, okay? You're more than welcome to record it, okay? All right. Like I said, the reason why I pulled you over was because you were going 43 and a 30, which was 13 over, okay?
I was going at the same pace as every car. I couldn't go slower. They honk. They honk at you.
That was your words, okay? I had you 43 and a 30, which was 13 over. You did admit to me that you were on your phone talking to your son.
He was on speakerphone.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't write you a ticket.
I did not admit that I was on the phone with my son. I was on speakerphone.
Okay, if you let me talk, okay, and then I'll give you a chance to talk, okay? You have it.
Just tell me what you're doing here with the ticket, because I am late for a job meeting, and this is my career.
Okay.
You can quit your job.
In case you missed it, this triggered rambling crybaby is somehow an elected official. And if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about the state of this country, I have no words for you. Speaking of politicians who need to pack it up and go home, here's one more reason why Justin Trudeau is the cringiest man alive today.
Maternal love is the love that's going to change the future of mankind.
So we'd like you to look
we like to say people kind, not necessarily mankind, because it's more inclusive.
There we go, exactly. Yes, thank you.
We can all learn from each other.
No, I don't think I will.
Meanwhile, take a listen to how many different pronouns these Zoom callers are expected to remember.
You could let us know your name, where you're zooming in from, and your pronouns, please. I'll start. I'm Karen. I'm the moderator tonight, and my pronouns are she, her. Kimberly.
I'm Kimberly. I'm zooming in from Columbus, Ohio. My pronouns are she, her.
Thank you. JJ.
Hey everyone, I'm JJ. My pronouns are they/was, and I'm zooming in from Alaska.
Wow.
After they say their pronouns, can we repeat them?
Oh, I'll repeat them. Okay. JJ, what was that again? They was,
yes.
Bob.
Hey guys, it's Bob. I'm calling in from California. My pronouns are he, she.
Thank you, Bob. He, she.
Finally, after 6 million years of human evolution, we wrap up today's clips with this person comparing gender to donuts. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Gender is like the inside filling of a donut. You can't tell what's on the inside just by looking at the outside. Let's take this jelly-filled donut, for example. Usually donuts that look like this are filled with raspberry jam, but it could be strawberry or rhubarb. We just don't know. The same logic applies to babies. You can't know a baby's gender until they're old enough to tell you themselves. Sure, you can make an educated guess, but why risk being wrong? This is exactly why gender reveal parties are so silly. It's like celebrating this chocolate donut for having vanilla cream filling when it could have banana pudding inside. In a perfect world, we just celebrate the donut, not the filling inside. Maybe we even give babies gender-neutral names to start so that there's no expectation of a gender they're supposed to live up to. Maybe we give them choices along the way so that they can figure it out for themselves, like what kind of clothes do you want to wear or what kind of toys do you want to play with. Maybe kids get to have their own gender reveal party so that they can tell the world themselves.
So to recap, we live in a world where politicians, elected officials, company executives, and even scientists are all indoctrinated with this woke ideology. It's everywhere you look, and no one even seems to bat an eye anymore. What's most concerning to me is the platforms that these people have. Just take, for example, the scientist pushing to make humans allergic to meat, or Justin Trudeau condemning the word mankind. These are people with huge platforms and plenty of airtime on TV. And it's no wonder the spread of mental illness is so swift and damaging. Now, it may be fun to laugh at these clips for entertainment, but as I said in the beginning, there are real-life consequences to these ideologies. Glassbrook Elementary School, a kindergarten in California, reportedly spent over $250,000 on a quote-unquote woke kindergarten program. Basically, the school used federal funds to train their teachers on woke curriculum and anti-oppression lessons in order to disrupt the so-called whiteness of society. According to teachers there, huge emphasis is put on teaching woke words like ceasefire and strike. And unsurprisingly, the school children's test scores took a massive hit as they achieved some of the lowest math and reading scores in the state. So just remember, always stand up for what's right, and don't be afraid to let your voice be heard. As always, thanks for supporting this channel, and I'll see you all next week.